and like watching for the other team's mistakes, but Mysticats is very much better at passing.
Yep.
All right, looks like the room is now set up. We're just waiting on everybody to join.
Yep.
Looks like
we're almost there.
Yeah, we're all ready to go. Random's probably going to be the first one to join because no one ever knows when to join. See, there we go. All right, and we are about to get started in Game 1. Mysticats versus TST.
So, start off with a neutral face-off over to the side, into the corner. Not a clear from Nolan Nova. Again, he stays back on defense, but he doesn't have the best mechanics to get those saves every time. So they almost need like a backup clearer, which is kind of what we saw there. Schooler clearing it off to the side. He's going to follow it, bumping Colonel Mustard out of the play. Colonel Mustard bumping him back. Chaos at midfield. Randomize, again, gets one of those really big clears. He's going to follow it up the wall, and he gets that one off. Earlier, Mysticats were having a lot of trouble getting the ball off the wall once they got it cleared forward. So if they can capitalize on those hits, that'll really help them moving forward. Nice double touch by Ghost Slayer off the wall there. He's going to wait for it to come down. He needs to rotate around the front of the goal, and there's Colonel Mustard taking advantage of the gap.
Yeah, punching it right in there.
Yeah. Really good pass by Nova, too. Looks like TST is getting some bad lag.
Things seems to be fine. It might be Psyonix servers.
Yeah. We'll see what we decide to do with this. Until then, show must go on. Might just have to reset the next game. Colonel Mustard clearing it into their corner. Ghost putting it back. Killer Gunfish couldn't quite get to it. He had an open shot, but Randomized with the big clear, following it all the way down the court. That's how they're going to get most of their goals, I think.
You see Schooler not really like leaving the net and instantly going to challenge Randomize. That's a risky move.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you have to challenge early, but if you're not the type of player that can really read a situation and know exactly where they're going, it could very easily get past you. Looks like they're going to restart this server, actually.
All right.
So, bit of a bummer there. We get a sneak peek at what the series might be like. But we're going to have to restart that. It looks like TST couldn't hardly do anything.
Right. I mean, when you see one player take the ball from the goal all the way down, like it's not unheard of in this series, but at the same time, like it's not normal.
Yeah.
Normally we have pretty good contesters and pretty good challengers that are able to get that out of the way.
Yeah, Random had no pressure there while he was driving all the way down the field.
Yeah.
So probably for the best that we get this reset, and hopefully we snag a good server.
I think I definitely saw Nova pushing up a lot more than he usually does. I don't know, like I wasn't really paying a ton of attention to specifically Nova during our game, but he's definitely going up, trying to make those passes, trying to make those shots. He almost had a very beautiful shot on goal, a nice little angle, but it didn't quite hit the net.
Yeah, and that double touch pass off of their backboard for that first goal.
Oh, gorgeous.
I mean, that was just a beautiful pass. Really happy that Nova is actually stepping up and pushing forward now.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not just going to be the one goalie sitting back, which is really like it's a strategy, I guess, but it's not really something you want to be competitive with.
Yeah, you don't see any of the pros keeping a designated goalie.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't happen.
It's all about the rotations, because the rotations are going to keep you as close to the ball as possible so you can always take advantage of the situation.
Mm-hmm. All right, so it seems like we're just waiting to get the server set up once again here. What do you think? It's hard to tell because they were lagging so bad, but what do you think, TST, how do you think they were playing so far?
Like you said, it's hard to tell like if they were just being hesitant or if it was lag. They didn't seem like their normal aggressive selves. So hopefully once this server gets reset, hopefully it's a good one and we can really see some good challenges, some 50-50s. Random won't be able to drive all the way down the field uncontested. And it'll be a little bit more exciting.
I mean, he had a few decent flicks there, but yeah.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he was doing a really good job. But I mean, it was almost free play for him.
Yeah. He was just like having a little bit of fun there.
Yeah, trust me. I do really cool stuff in free play that I would never get away with in game.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like we're getting it set up slowly but surely.
Yeah. Sorry this is going so late, everybody.
Yeah, Psionic servers recently have not been good. I was
Yeah.
practicing with my team earlier, and the amount of times you just go through the ball
Yep.
just for no reason whatsoever is just fantastic.
Yeah, to me, it makes it really hard to read challenges when the server's lagging, because I'll think that I'm going to clearly beat the other guy. And then it's almost like he has an invisible hitbox where the server's registering his car like 5 feet in front of where it actually is. And I'll just see the ball move before the guy even gets to it. It's rough.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
I
it's
gotta
something
ask,
that.
what are these numbers in chat right now? I'm confused. I've seen a lot of like 14s. I see 127. I think that might have been a joke. But
I have no idea.
okay. Anyway, it does look like we're back in.
Looks like 14 is winning, whatever that means. All right, let's see if this is a good server. Have a nice, even game on our hands. Colonel Mustard pushing up the field. Colonel Mustard was doing a lot of the legwork last game, too. He does a good job pushing the ball up, but he actually had both of his teammates waiting back there. You need to have someone designated on the... Ooh, Ghost Slayer off the wall
Nice
with the
shot.
double touch into the goal. Really beautiful.
Randomized had no idea that was coming.
Yeah.
He saw that
Ghost
hit the wall.
Slayer, he is a clutch player. You know, he comes out of nowhere sometimes. You don't expect it.
Yeah, he did a really good job there. That was a really good play. Definitely, I don't think Mysticats was expecting that at all. That was a little bit of a wake-up call. They're not going to get the same, like, they're not going to have the same kind of pressure that it was last map, because apparently they couldn't play very well.
Yeah. All right. Colonel Mustard didn't quite get up fast enough for that. I think he took a little too long, but it was able to be returned by TST. TST now bringing it up the field, off the corner. An interesting pass by Kill a Gunfish that's not super effective. It was a little too slow. Easily cleared by Mysticats. See if Random can follow this up, get another double touch. Oh, it would have been sweet to see 2 double touches in a row in this series by both teams. Ball's going to be stalled out at midfield for a bit. Ghost Slayer almost gets boomed there for a bit. Random pulling the ball out of their goal. Nova back in goal like we're used to seeing. Not able to challenge soon enough. He gave Ghost Slayer just way too much time there. Watch how long it takes Nova to actually come out of goal and challenge this. He starts backing up first. You want to just jump up and use that boost to get in front of the right between the ball and the goal, you know?
Absolutely. And that puts TST at a very early lead. A pretty good lead, too. They're up to just past the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, and this might be indicative of the fact that they were actually lagging last game, and now they're back to their normal offensive selves. And we'll see if Mysticats can keep getting clears and be able to handle it. But right now, looking like Sorry, go on.
No, I think what Mysticats needs to do is realize that this isn't the team they just started playing. They're not going to get 2 easy goals like they did. But they also need to wake up a bit. They need to remain calm. It's a 2-0 lead, but they've got plenty of time to come back. They just need to keep calm. They need to not worry about it. And just remain as a decent team. Keep their rotations up. Keep their hits accurate.
Yeah, definitely very much a mental game. Ooh, good pass by Random. Colonel Mustard almost gets it, but Ghost Slayer's going to take it up the side. Nice flick by Ghost Slayer. Ghost Slayer's got really good mechanics that, again, just come out of nowhere sometimes. He plays a little bit slow sometimes, but other times he just gets right up to the ball and does stuff that you wouldn't really expect at this skill level. Kill a Gunfish with a boom on Nova. Schooler going up for this. He might be a little too high. Didn't get quite the hit that he wanted. And that's going to allow Colonel Mustard to push it back up to TST's side. Kill a Gunfish. Might be able to drib Nova, but Nova gets in the way. Nova now pushing upfield. Doing lots of the legwork. Nova needs to rotate back now. He's probably out of boost. Needs to get back and let Randomize push forward.
You know, we see Randomize sitting in goal here, and I think he's been there for a while. We hadn't seen Randomize up front for a very long time, and that's strange because I know he has this kind of mentality where he wants to sit back like the higher level player in some of the other games, but at the same time, it makes it really hard for the other team to rotate, and it makes it hard to set up pass plays.
Right, and he may actually be just waiting for another teammate to rotate back before he comes forward. You know, a lot of times when you get the ball in front of the opponent's goal, it's really easy to just stay there and wait for an opportunity to score when really you'd have a better opportunity coming back and letting the person who's on defense come forward at a different angle that the other team can't predict.
Yeah, you definitely see that.
Ball's been in front of TST's goal for a while, and Colonel Mustard finally gets to capitalize on it.
Let's see the shot here. I kind of missed it. I was too focused on Randomize actually being up towards the net.
Yep. And we had a double commit there. Nova probably shouldn't have been up. Nova's team awareness definitely could use some improvement. Just being able to tell when he's been up for too long or when he's been in goal for too long, you know. It's always good to keep moving. If you need to get out of ball cam and use the joystick to look around a little bit, it's perfectly okay to do so. Schooler bumping this up the wall. Nova almost own goals. Kind of worked as a pass back to Colonel Mustard. Random going up for that. Killer Gunfish is going to clear it all the way back to midfield, though. Nova coming up. Going to put it all the way to their corner. As we've been seeing in a lot of these games, once the ball gets in the corner, no one's really entirely sure what to do with it. And that can always be a tricky situation at all skill levels, honestly. You know, I'm still trying to figure it out myself some games.
I mean, what do you think? Like, anytime you clear the ball, if you can't get a boomer like all the way down the field, you put it in the corner. It's very hard for the other team and for even sometimes your team, but it's very hard to make any kind of a play right from the corner there.
Yeah. The best thing to do when the ball gets in the corner is, if you're on the offensive team, hit it against the corner, not like around to where it'll roll around the corner. If you hit it against the corner, it'll pop back out closer to center and give your teammates a better angle to score that ball. Colonel Mustard driving this ball upfield, right in front of their goal. There's no one to capitalize on it. Nova is too slow to get there. Schooler clears it away. Randomize is still giving it pressure. Killer Gunfish able to clear it. Almost the entirety of TST is in goal right now, all pushing the ball out together. That could be fatal, but it's not. TST takes game number 1.
Yeah, you could definitely see the desperation in those last 10 seconds when it was just sitting in that back corner. Just like Mysticats, just like, please get it out of the corner, get it in front of the goal, please, please.
And meanwhile, TST is just shelling up. They were all kind of sitting in goal, creating a wall, which, I mean...
The ball would go to the corner of the goal, someone would hit it. It would go back to the corner of the goal, someone would hit it. And it was just like ping-ponging it back and forth.
Yep. If Mysticats had one opportunity, it was when that ball was in front of the goal for several seconds, and Nova just couldn't get upfield fast enough. I wonder, I couldn't see it, but I wonder if Nova had been back in goal doing his typical goalie position.
Yeah, I definitely
couldn't get up in time.
It was definitely a matter of rotating. He probably... for whatever reason, like wherever he was, he definitely was too far back for that. He really needed to be there for his team, especially when you're down with that much time left. But tell me what you see in these stats. We don't have a ton of time left, but what are you seeing right now?
Oh, yeah. Ghost Slayer came in clutch that match. He had both of TST's goals, 5 shots. He was really driving the ball forward a lot of time. Schooler and Killer Gunfish kind of seem more like the defensive players on the team, but that's kind of what you need.
For Killer Gunfish. That's really good.
Yeah, exactly. You need someone who's able to get the ball away from your goal, another person who can clear the ball upfield, and then the last person who can finish that off. And that was a crazy redirect right off the face-off.
Fortunately, Fish was right there. He's definitely been very good defensively this game.
Yes. Killer Gunfish is the Nova of TST, although I think Killer Gunfish knows a little bit better when to come out of goal and challenges sooner than Nova does.
I definitely think so.
Random taking this upfield, hits it in the corner, but not enough for it to come back center. Random, gets a tiny little doink off the top of his car, but Schooler was still there to clear it away from their goal. And here we see good rotations from TST again. The guy who is back wasn't all the way back. He was hanging out just behind midfield, which is a good spot. You're close enough that you can come up and keep applying pressure to the defense, but you're far back enough that you can get back on your own defense if you need to. Nova trying to get this in front of the goal, but kind of losing control of the ball. Mysticats on defense now. Randomize is going to go up for this. Expecting a hit from the offense, but had nothing to challenge there. Killer gun.
Already we see Randomize kind of going for a lot of shots there. He hits it once, he goes immediately up to hit it again. You can see him bumping past what looked like Colonel Mustard, trying to get to the ball, trying to make plays happen. But in the meantime, I don't think he's really like focusing on what his team is doing as well.
Yeah, I think the best thing that Mysticats can do right now is play for possession. You want to not just get big clears, but you want to get big clears that your teammates can take advantage of. And if Randomize keeps going after the ball as aggressively as he is without paying attention to where his teammates are, they're not going to be able to score from that. Colonel Mustard pushing the ball forward. It might go in right off the top post. That was as high as he could have put that ball and still gotten it in the goal. Beautiful shot by Colonel Mustard. Right over Schooler, too. He had the pressure on him, and he put it right where he needed to.
Yeah, absolutely. And that gives Mysticats an not so early lead. We're about at the 3-minute mark, so not quite halfway done with the game, putting Mysticats at a 1-0 lead. I believe your predictions for this were no sweep, right? With
yeah, 1-1-1.
TST coming out.
I think TST might be able to pull it off. I hope they do, because I love being right.
And who doesn't? I haven't quite decided who I really want to win, but I like TST is looking really good right now. Even though they're down a point right now, I don't see Mysticats playing as a very good team right now. That's just, I don't see very good rotations. Their shots, like, well, they have a few shining moments. It hasn't been super consistent. Yep. It's been erratic, if anything.
I think Random and Colonel Mustard have been just a little bit too chasey these matches. And it's giving them good hits individually, but it's not allowing them to make plays, and that's a problem.
Absolutely. So and in those like threes, you need to be able to make plays. You can't just bang it at the goal as many times as you can and hope that the defenders miss. You have to like put pressure on and keep it on their side.
Exactly. Randomize is going to push this up, see if Nova can hit it again. Randomize is going to come down from the wall. Barely gets a touch on it, keeping it right at center. Schooler hits it way upfield. He's going to go up for this. Random's able to clear it out of the way. He didn't trust Colonel Mustard to get that hit, and I think he is right to not trust him. So I don't think he was going to get it. Colonel Mustard up in the corner, whiffs the ball. Nola Nova is going to have to come up out of goal. Good rotation on his part, coming out of goal there to hit it upfield. They have to keep the ball away from TST as much as possible, because TST will capitalize on any chance they get. Just like that. Oh no, that was... I keep getting the teams mixed up. They changed colors from like both of the games that they played previously.
Yeah, they're sitting at orange right now. That's actually really funny.
Really good shot by Randomize.
All right, and that puts, with 1 minute and about 15 seconds left, that puts TST at a 2-0 deficit. Or I guess 0-2 would be the right way to say that. Oh well. But they definitely need to make some plays here. They do not have a ton of time to make back 2 goals.
Yep. Especially
the way this game has been played.
And Mysticats really just need to shell up their defense, or, you know, the best defense is a good offense, according to Randomize. So he's going to put another one in their goal.
Oh, look at that.
This is one of those. But Random gets that boomer corner shot off of the Dominus. Like, those are so fast, and they're nearly impossible to defend if you only have one guy back.
Right. I think we're definitely seeing some nerves on TST. Not sure what Ghost Slayer is doing there. He was probably should have wanted to get that kickoff. All right, he's moving again. We don't have any kind of crash. We don't have another overclock cat here, guys.
And it's looking like Mysticats are going to easily pull out with this match.
Absolutely. What do you think? What do you think is happening with TST right now?
You know, I think Mysticats really... It's not so much what TST is doing wrong, but Mysticats are doing a lot of things right now. I think they're being a little bit more patient with their shots. You know how I was saying Colonel and Random were being pretty chasey? It seems like now they're being a little bit more deliberate with their hits. Randomize and Colonel both keep putting the ball up on the back wall enough for either themselves or their teammates to then turn it into a shot. And Nola Nova is being a little more aggressive. You know, they have the 4-point lead, so they're all able to be very aggressive right now.
Yeah, definitely. They can definitely, like, they're pretty comfortable right now. 20 seconds left, 4 goals, 0 for them. They've been playing really well this game.
And, you know, I have to feel a little bad. TST just came out of another 3-game series with 2 games going into overtime.
Yeah, that's got to be tiring.
They've got to be a little brain dead right now, you know? And that does have an effect, and Mysticats are going to pull out with that second game. So if TST can't figure out what they were doing wrong and get back on their offensive pressure like they did the first game, then they might actually prove my prediction wrong.
I mean, just look at the stats. Like, TST put one shot on that entire game, and it was one save by Randomize, and Mysticats put 9 shots on, and they got 5 saves, but it's not enough. Mysticats put a ton of pressure on TST this game, and Mysticats, I think I said that backwards. No, I didn't. But Mysticats definitely have.
It's getting late.
I know it is, and I've already played a series. Like, I can't imagine what they're feeling right now. But yeah, they definitely put a ton of pressure on, and TST really needs to combat that. And I'm racking my brain. What do you think TST needs to do? Like, what happened? What changed since the first game?
I think TST became a little too hesitant that last game. You know, they weren't able to get clears fast enough out of their side. They got saves, but they weren't big clears when they saved the ball. So that allowed Mysticats to keep attacking. That's why they had 9 shots on TST's goal. So TST is really going to have to go for big clears, and they're going to have someone upfield ready for those big clears. I'm thinking Ghost Slayer will be the one to be ready for those big clears because he seems to be the most comfortable going for aerials.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Schooler going right past that. Schooler should be getting back, but he tries to hit it again while Ghost Slayer hits it forward. Random's going to clear this. Another big clear. Schooler stayed back, so he was able to stop that from going in. Colonel Mustard hitting it off the backboard. Can someone take this shot? Goes a little too high. Colonel Mustard. Mysticats still have this constant pressure, and Schooler gets that little bitty clear, and that's just not going to be enough to keep the pressure off from Mysticats.
Yeah, not really sure what Schooler was trying to do there, but I think you're definitely right. We're not getting enough clears. I mean, we finally made it back onto the Mysticats side here. Schooler putting a shot on, though, completely redirecting that entire train of thought that I was going to skip.
Well, I mean, he's playing completely differently offensively than he is defensively. And I think the fact that he was able to hesitate for that and be patient for that shot is the same reason that he's not getting great clears, actually. He's hesitating on defense and not going for the ball immediately and getting those big hits.
He's definitely a very reactive player. And I know Randomized loves to say reaction versus prediction, but definitely that's an example. Schooler is a very reactive player. He doesn't like make a lot of plays for himself. He waits for the plays to come.
Exactly. And you know, I haven't heard Random say that, but my rebuttal is why not both?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely reading every single play, but also like reading for opportunities as well.
Yeah. Try to expect what's going to happen and then adjust accordingly when it doesn't happen exactly that way. Randomize pushing this upfield, doesn't have any teammates up with him, and now they're both coming up. You always have to keep one person at least at midfield. Otherwise, if Ghost Slayer or someone else gets a big clear, that's a goal immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially like since you have
this might be a goal.
The dominance.
A little high.
You see Random going up for the double touch there. He hasn't been super consistent with those. I don't think he's made one tonight. But he's always going up for him.
Yeah, and it's nice to have that pressure, but it's also nice to be able to hit them in. Who was it that had that first double touch?
That was Ghost Slayer.
Man. All right, Mysticats are trying to get this out of their side. Again, not able to pull it off the wall when it's just a little bit off. You just got to get right behind that ball and then double jump or even roll to the side to get it to mid-court for your teammates. The ball's been at midfield for quite a while now. Mysticats not able to keep pushing it and get the ball in front of TST's goal. TST isn't really having to play that aggressive of defense right now because they have so much time with the way Mysticats are playing. Random putting one off the corner, right in front of the goal, almost got it in with his teammate, but instead TST got a big clear and almost got to put it in the goal because there was not a goalie back yet. And that's going to be another goal for Schooler. Schooler comes in for these shots out of nowhere.
Yeah, definitely. You won't see him. Not making a ton of defensive plays. But the minute the ball is right in front of the goal, he's right there and ready.
Yeah, he plays very close on defense. He follows right up to, like, in the box of the goal, which makes it really easy to capitalize on those, like, really fast passes that you only have a brief moment to take advantage of it. But also, if there's a clear, then you are dead in the water. So you got to be careful with those. See if Nolan Nova can get a big clear on this. No, Killer Gunfish hits it back at Mysticats' goal. Random going up for an aerial. Gets a nice touch off the corner. Colonel Mustard's not able to get back fast enough. Nolan Nova was going up for it, and that put them all upfield. Randomize is able to get back in time, though, and push it back to TST's side. Can't quite pull it off the wall. Nova gets a good hit off the wall here. See Colonel Mustard going up for it, but not able to get to it before Schooler. Random with a big clear that we love to see from that Dominus. See if anyone can get to it. And it's going to be Random.
What a great shot.
I'm not sure how Random got there before any of his teammates did, but I'm sure they're glad he did.
All right, so we're looking at a pretty even game so far. TST took an early lead, and they're still kind of holding on to it. Minute 15 left. And this is do or die time for Mysticats.
That's right. We got a double commit from TST trying to clear that ball. Ghost Slayer is able to just touch it enough to where it'll keep going forward, but Colonel Mustard's going to turn this around. Off the wall, a nice touch there off the corner. Those are hard to do. A lot of times you get going too fast on the corner and you actually get stuck on the corner. That happens to me so much. Ghost Slayer going to go for this. He hits it off their backboard. I would have hit it off the corner there, actually. It would have put it more center in front of the goal and might have even gotten a double commit out of Mysticats. Killer Gunfish gets a big clear up side field. Mysticats are going to try to push this forward. Nova going. Colonel Mustard's going to go for this one, but also randomize. The double commit almost cost them a goal. Killer Gunfish going for this, but Colonel Mustard's going to beat him there. Nolan Nova up for an aerial. Almost gets it. That was a nice touch with the tires. When you need that ball to drop when you're approaching it really fast, you have to hit it with the tires. Otherwise, it's going to go way over the goal.
Yeah. Notice one thing, though. Like, as soon as Nova went for that aerial, he tried to hit it again and again and again. He went over. We had two teammates from Mysticats right there in the corner. It looks like TST is taking this away. No longer last in the seed.
There it is. They are in the Christmas spirit, and I feel like it's Christmas because they proved my predictions right.